Some might say it's cold. Others, like myself and my partner, we say this is football weather as we welcome you to chilly M&T Bank.
Your goals, I'm bringing my game. All of that talking just sound like a show. I'm just letting you know that I'm not entertained. You hear the crowd, they screaming my name. I got the stadium going insane. Done with the talking, it ain't no discussion. You started, I finished, put me in the game. Put me in the game. Yeah, put me in the game. All of that talking just sound like a show. I'm just letting you know that I'm not entertained. Hey, coach. Put me in the game. They put me in, so I'm going in. You play for fun, I'm playing to win. Back on the wall, I'm ready for war. If I beat them before, I can beat them again.
EA Sports coverage of the National Football League brings us to historic Baltimore, Maryland, and M&T Bank Stadium. Coming up, we've got a good matchup on tap between the Atlanta Falcons and the Baltimore Ravens. The holiday season is upon us. We've got the gift of the NFL as we're underway here in Week 16. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. It's Jackson. And a dangerous throw there, incomplete. He threw that into coverage. It was nearly intercepted.
I think he's got to be careful not to force anything into coverage right there. There weren't really any throwing lanes, but the best part for him, he's got second and third down to fall back on.
Play action. Now Jackson. And he's just going to get rid of this thing to no one here. He throws it away, and now it's third. Christmas Eve here in 2022. A big slate today of Saturday games. But we will have, ready for this, a triple header of action on Christmas Day tomorrow. I think it's pretty safe to say we won't have a white Christmas in any of these places, however. We start with the Packers and Dolphins in Miami at 1 Eastern. Then you got the Broncos and Rams from Los Angeles. And then finally, the Bucs and Cardinals at 8:20 Eastern in the desert. Plus one more for good measure on Monday. Once the family's all gone back home and Grandma's pulled out of the house, grab the leftovers and sit back and watch the Chargers and the Colts from Indianapolis. Now it's 1st and 10. A big mistake, especially when you factor in the personal foul yardage. They'll send a receiver in motion to the left. Now Jackson on 1st down. That's complete to his receiver, Bateman. And he's going to be taken down at about the 33. The Ravens at 10-4 on the year. They were winners their last time out, so they'll be looking to make it 2 in a row.
And so much about football, partner, comes down to mindset. Being in the right frame of mind, and the best way to get in that good frame of mind, winning. So they come in feeling good. They've got the home crowd behind them. I think they're going to be tough to beat in this one.
Throwing again on 2nd down, but this time it's incomplete. Not the warmest starts throwing the football. He was 1 for 3, now 1 for 4 on the opening drive.
So getting him comfortable is the key. And for him, it might be different than what we think is comfortable. We're probably thinking swing passes, easy checkdowns. Some guys, they're better off throwing it downfield. That's what really loosens them up.
On 3rd and short, they'll try option left. And he's able to pick up the 1st down here before he goes down at the 26. Call it a gain of 7, and it gets him a new set of downs. So that was all you're looking for on a play like that. Get the 1st down and keep the drive moving.
Yeah, it just looked to me like he just said to himself, I've got this. I'll take it. I'll pick it up, and let's keep moving. Get the 1st down, get a new set, and let's start over.
Throwing on first down, it's Jackson. And looking for Andrews, but this is intercepted. Picked off by A.J. Terrell. And the Falcons are going to get possession here as they force the opening drive turnover. Well, it's no secret he's had trouble this year with interceptions, and this is a bad start for him. First drive, throwing another pick.
No matter who's broadcasting his game, that's how the conversation begins. Throwing too many interceptions, can he take care of the football? If I were his backup, I'd be edging towards the coaches and saying, hey, how about giving me an opportunity?
Very good starting field position for the Falcons offense as they come up 1st and 10 at their 38. Now a pass hauled in downfield. And he's going to be out of bounds all the way down inside the 15. It's a big play there for Atlanta. 48 yards. So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Inside the red zone here. They'll look to throw. He's got his pass-catching tight end. That's Pitts. And they've got this down to about the 12-yard line.
Hey, let's face it, you can put any Halloween costume on him. You're not going to be able to disguise him because for a tight end of his size, it's difficult to sneak him anywhere, but that's what they tried to do. Lined up on his right, tried to work his way back to his left, but just a minimal gain as the defense was able to react quickly.
Here's 2nd and 8. They'll roll him out right. And he's able to get this down to the 5-yard line before he's out of bounds. He turned that into a nice gain, gets him 8 yards closer for 3rd down.
I did like his decision-making there to make sure they picked up something instead of forcing the throw. Now they've got more manageable play coming up to try and pick up the 1st down, and don't rule out the possibility that he just keeps it and runs again.
So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the 1st down. They'll run with Patterson. And he gets in. Touchdown, Atlanta. Cordero Patterson with his 6th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Falcons are on the board first on the road here in Baltimore. Extra point by Koo, up and good. And it's now a 7-0 game. Following the touchdown, here's Koo to kick off. The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. They threw an interception the first time they had the football, wound up leading to a touchdown the other way. How do you approach drive number 2?
Going back to your game plan coming in, everyone has matchups that they like better than others, where they think they have an advantage. Dial up some of those plays. Try and go to those spots and get your offense moving.
And Jackson cannot get away, and he'll go down. Rashawn Gary in there to get him, and on the season now, that is 9 sacks for him.
And this is what you've got to do against a quarterback like him. You've got to keep him in the pocket and not let him get to the perimeter, because once he gets outside, can really hurt you.
Now then, after the sack, it'll be interesting to see what they have planned for 2nd and 23.
Go ahead.
They go play action with Jackson. That's for Bateman, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Casey Hayward. Oh, and I saw the pressure coming at him. That just looked problematic. Hit him as he threw it, and the interception ensued.
Let me pay homage to the man who stood in this spot before. He always talked about how much pressure is in the face of a guy, and can he step into a throw. And when you can't do that, oftentimes interceptions result.
Throwing to start the drive, but that one incomplete.
And to put it mildly, this is a tough spot defensively. They have to come right back out and defend their red zone. But how about that good first step towards forcing them to settle for at least 3 points? I think they're also thinking bigger right now. Imagine being able to stop them totally and change the momentum.
An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. He'll look to throw. Targeting Pitts on the out route, and he's got it complete. And out of bounds all the way down at the 3. 85 catches for him on the year now, and the result there is a first down. They'll run with Patterson. And he's going to get this back to the 3-yard line and no further. They'll go again from the 3 here on 2nd and goal. Here's the option play now to the left. And he'll get blown up behind the line of scrimmage. Back at the 6. He lost 4 there, and it's 3rd down.
This defense is a difficult one to prepare for, one of the best in the league. They'll come at you from all angles, and they did a nice job there stopping him for a loss.
They'd really like to make the short field pay off. We'll see if they can, but this is 3rd and goal. Back to throw. And it's caught. And just shy of the goal line as he's out of bounds right at the 1. A gain of 5, but not enough. Leads to a 4th and goal.
Now that's going to be a tough one to explain when they get together and watch the game film, isn't it? I mean, they had the right call. Had the out route. He's got to know where the first down sticks are. Yet he steps out of bounds that close. Not their best play.
Trying to wedge his way in there. No signal. I don't think he got there. He did it. They try the sneak, but not enough push. He doesn't get in. And the Ravens come up big down at their own goal line. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And it's been a miserable start for them offensively. Obviously, 2 drives, 2 interceptions.
And this is where you have to know your quarterback and know how you actually have to reach him. Do you do it with a little bit of humor? Maybe you break the ice a little bit like, hey, didn't we practice in that color jersey all week? Not the one that you're throwing it to? Or maybe you have to be stern with him. But whatever it's going to take to get the message, it has to be done. He's putting the game in jeopardy.
So still backed up, but the situation not as dire now. 1st and 10 at the 14. Off the play fake. Here's Jackson. And that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's 2nd down.
I may be an analyst, but I'm also a fan. I love it when people take the big shots downfield, but he was under a lot of duress. And I think that forced the incompletion downfield. Didn't have a real good chance to find his target.
Now a nice throw here right side. He hauls it in. And he'll get this up to the 30-yard line. On 1st and 10, it's Jackson. He gets this underneath to Dobbins. And he'll be taken down as that will take us to the end of the 1st quarter of play. After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports. Again, Jackson. And for the third time here in this half, it's intercepted. Isaiah Oliver with the INT. And he takes this one back into the end zone, and the Falcon defense has a touchdown. Koo able to connect on the extra point, and it's now 14-0. So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. From the 6.
Break on the return. The Ravens take over first and 10 at their own 7-yard line.
The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. They are looking to make a bit of a 180. They are sputtering right now.
And frankly, I think it's time to call your playmakers together and say, all right, guys, we're going to lean on you through this patch. We need you to get us back on track and get us going in the right direction. So you're calling plays geared to them. Not necessarily what you look at your plays, oh, this hurts the defense. I want the ball in the hands of X, Y, and Z and see if we can move forward.
So don't get too cute. Go to the playmakers. A gain of 8 there on the play. And 3rd and 8 now. They'll be in search of 8 yards here as they hope to convert the first down. Off the play fake to Dobbins. Here's Jackson. Pressure gets to him, and down he goes. Back at the 4-yard line. More than one defender there, and that's a loss of 5 on the sack. The Ravens send their punter out now. And no room for error here as his first punt comes from deep in his own end zone. And taken right at the 35. That'll be put in the books as a 53-yard punt. And the Falcons will be taking over 1st and 10. About set to begin their next drive. The Falcons offense at the line. It's been a good first half so far. They're up 14-0. Points here, they could really put them in command before intermission.
Yeah, and it's all well and good what they're seeing and how they're feeling right now. But this is the NFL. How many times have we watched 14-0 leads evaporate and quickly? So how have we seen them combat it? Continue to run your offense, but don't back off at all. Don't start looking at the clock. Don't start thinking about, hey, just take care of the football. Keep attacking. Usually the best way to maintain control.
Now this one to his tight end out on the right side. And just 3 yards on the catch there. He couldn't get away. And now 3rd down and 6 to go. They are in need of 6 yards here if they hope to move the chains. On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. And this pass broken up. And the contact one time there, and now 4th down. So on now is the Clemson man, Bradley Pinion, to punt this one away. And he'll get this away into the icy winter air. That'll go as a punt of 34 yards that time. And the Ravens, they'll take over. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And they're in a bind early here, down 14-0. Are you worried at this stage or still too early?
You're worried. You're just trying not to transmit it to the rest of your team. You want to make sure that they stay positive. But at the same time, you're wondering, how are we going to move the football? What do we have on this play sheet that can work? Get back to basics is usually your answer. And make sure you find the guy who can move the ball fastest for you if you just get it in his hands.
Yeah, still 2nd quarter. You get points on the board here. I think you're feeling okay. Second and 5 now. Jackson. That's complete. It's Devin Duvernay. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. They'll bring a receiver in motion left. Jackson on 1st down. Taking a deep shot here for Hardman. And this is taken in at the 5. And in for the Ravens touchdown. Mecole Hardman. with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Ravens are back within a score. Tucker able to connect on the extra point. That'll make our score 14-7. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. As we eat closer and closer to intermission, Charles, remember last time out they punted. They would love to get points here, especially if this is going to be their final possession in the first half.
Yeah, and this is what close games feel like because the pressure is on both sides, but sometimes the pressure is a little bit higher on the team with the slight edge because they're trying to hold on to that, trying to increase it. Let's see how this one continues.
On play action, they'll throw. Sliding out of the pocket. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. Nothing open downfield. He keeps it himself for 11 and a first down.
Haven't met a quarterback yet that didn't enter the league with a massive chip on his shoulder if he wasn't a first-round pick. They want to show the league that they made a big mistake. Determined to get the first down there. No hesitation at all to tuck it and go. I bet he would have tried running through their entire defense if it meant reaching that marker.
A good run there on first down, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 2. They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. On 2nd down, a run with Patterson. We've hit the 2-minute mark of the second quarter. 14-7.
On the double.
Algier will try to pick it up. And he brings this up to the 46. Good enough for the first.
That's quite a spot there for his first carry of the game, but obviously they had plenty of faith in him, didn't they?
No question about it. And here, why not go with the fresh legs? Able to push forward, pick up that first. Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. Throwing the out route incomplete. It's Bird. And down he goes at the 49, a 3-yard pickup.
Never make the mistake that the slot receivers, especially the little guys like we're watching here, are just quicker than fast. A lot of them combine quickness and speed, and they catch a lot of footballs as we just saw there.
A shotgun handoff to Patterson. And across midfield he goes into Raven territory.
He had to fight for every yard on that run. Shook himself free of a tackle and kept fighting, even with the rest of the defense closing in on him. That's the kind of effort you'll take every single time.
They'll go to the air here on 3rd and 2. Flushed out right. That's incomplete, but there is a flag down, so hang on. A big call coming on 3rd down. Now, if you're going to get rid of it, you better get outside the pocket.
Yeah, you have to get outside of that tackle-to-tackle box, right? Get out there, and then you can do it legally, but he wasn't able to do so, and they end up losing the down as well.
Now, here's Bradley Pinion now. This is away, but boy, headed straight for the sidelines. And this punt goes out of bounds, and it'll be marked inside the 40. Baltimore with good starting field position as they come up 1st and 10 at their own 37. From the gun, it's Jackson. Slings it to Anderson. It's complete. The tight end has it. And they're going to get this out to midfield. The Ravens going to use one more timeouts as the clock will stop with just under 30 seconds to go in the first half.
And what a nice Nice example there of a tight end doing exactly what he needs to do. How about how he worked his way to the outside, made sure he secured the catch, and then anything after that, we count that as a bonus. And indeed, he gets enough for the first down.
And he'll be taken down here just shy of the 30. Well, they've already allowed 3 sacks in this first half. Now a holding penalty.
So I think drastic measures had to be taken, right? The regular way was not working. He was getting hit almost every snap, it felt like. They had to try and keep him upright.
Jackson now. Taking a deep shot here for Hardman. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by Casey Hayward. And the Falcons will have solid field position here as they take over at their 45-yard line. Well, Charles, so close to halftime there. You throw the interception. Not only that, you do give it to them in plus territory as well.
Yeah, they were pushing real hard to try and get something more on the board on their side of the ledger right before the half. Looking at it with 20/20 hindsight, though, might have been better to hand it off a few times, hoping to get something to break instead of putting the ball.
All right, rifles one, that's going to be intercepted. Monte Nicholson picks it. And he will be brought down on what will be the final play of this first half.
So we've reached halftime here. Let's throw in a broadcaster cliche, shall we? Both teams looking for a gift on Christmas Eve.
As we'll send you down the coast now to Orlando. That's where we find Jonathan Coachman, ready with our EA Sports halftime report. Coach, welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth, ready for quarter number 3. The Falcons back to receive. They've got the lead, and they'll get this football as the second half gets underway. This will be fielded inside the 5. And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22. About set to begin their next drive. The Falcons offense at the line. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Looking middle, and it's incomplete.
Oh, man, for him to be that wide open and drop it. Sometimes you have just too much time on your hands, right? You end up thinking way too much, and your hands get shaky.
And yes, he's a tight end, but that's a catch he should have made. It'll buy some time right. Crossing route incomplete. He's got Pitts. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. 1st and 10, it's Patterson. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2.
Running lanes run a premium in the first half, but he's able to find some room there, and he's hoping that that's a precursor of a big second half.
8 yards the gain on that last run. Here's 2nd and a couple. On 2nd, here's Algier. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. Got this complete to the tight end Pitts. And he's able to get this one out closer to midfield across the 45. Ritter on target to Pitts for a Falcon first down. Patterson running between the tackles. And he'll manage to pick up about 4. It's 2nd down.
And that was a quality play to start a new set of downs. That was simply an offensive line winning the battle up front and winning in a big way and giving their guy in the backfield a nice lane to hit.
Second and 6. They're looking for Higgins, but it is intercepted. Picked up by Jalen Armour-Davis. And the Ravens are going to get the football here at their own 23.
That is just what this defense was hoping for, an interception on the opening possession of this third quarter.
Obviously didn't want to surrender a touchdown and fall even farther behind, and we've gotten to know this team a little bit, haven't we? Couldn't you just see their defensive leaders telling the offensive guys, telling the quarterback, don't worry, we got you to start things off. You take it from there.
Open man is Duvernay.
And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. They go play action now. Jackson.
Across the formation, Hardman gets a completion.
And out of bounds on the other side of midfield at the 45. From Falcon territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 45-yard line.
On 1st and 10, it's Dobbins.
Room here to run.
On a nice burst there as he'll take this inside the 30 to the 28-yard line.
Another nice gain. That's now 30 yards between those last two plays. Inside 4 minutes to go, third quarter. Throwing now, Jackson on 1st down.
And he's going to be brought down at about the 16.
It's taken a while for this offense to get going. A little creaky at the start, but they're oiled up now. A nice throw there, and they're really putting together a good drive.
So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10.
From the red zone now, they'll look to throw.
And this one too low.
You get the sense that they're saying we're not playing up to what we're capable of, and we're deep enough into the game that the early jitters are long gone, that they should now have some sense of continuity and be able to make some of these plays that they have not been doing so far.
Third quarter action, and we appreciate you spending your Christmas Eve right here with us. 2nd and 10.
Now it's Jackson.
That's taken in by Duvernay.
And stopped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3.
2nd down and 3 with right around 3 minutes remaining in the third quarter. 3's all around. Dobbins will take this into the end zone. It's a Ravens touchdown. So a strong drive here to lead off this third quarter. That has them an extra point away from tying things up.
And partner, this is pretty much what they envisioned when they were sitting there in the locker room thinking about getting things going to start here in the third quarter. Getting out there, would have been fine. Going ahead and scoring here, exploit away from tying things up. That's exactly how they drew it up on the board.
So a tie ball game here as the kick's away.
Fielded just outside the goal line. And he returns this to the 22.
The Falcons take over 1st and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
About set to begin their next drive. The Falcons offense at the line.
As this offense takes the field against CD, remember last drive they were moving the football, but then they threw that costly interception, so we'll see if they can right the ship here on this drive.
And doesn't that just sum up football? We see it all the time, don't we? The defense goes from losing the battle to making a huge play and stealing the momentum. So you know they're riding high right now, and they're ready to challenge this offense and that quarterback one more time.
And we'll see if the offense is up for that challenge here as things start to get more interesting here in the second half.
He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by Marlon Humphrey. He's had a fantastic rookie season, made a lot of lovely throws, but that wasn't one of them.
Well, we got to give him one, don't we? I mean, with the year he's having, a lot easier for he and his teammates to accept that throw because for the most part, what they've seen, it's been pretty sensational.
After the interception, here's Jackson. Looking left side, Andrews with it complete. Oh, he's got a little daylight. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. That one good for 13 and a Raven first down. To throw is Jackson. It's Dobbins on the out route, bringing it in. And they corral him just a couple yards shy of the end zone. They'll run with Dobbins. And just a short gain that time as they're able to get him down. Defensively, a solid response after giving up back-to-back first downs.
Good work there, holding them out on first down. And this is going to be a battle down here on the goal line. Can they hold their ground for 2, maybe even 3 more plays?
2 of their 3 red zone trips so far, they've come up empty on. They'll look to revert. And he is into the end zone for a Baltimore touchdown. J.K. Dobbins, his second TD of the game and 18th of the year.
And the Ravens have scored again in this third quarter, this time to move out in front.
Tucker with the extra point. And the lead is now 21-14. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown.
Taken in at the 3.
Jones hit and the ball's out. So a teammate picking him up there, that was nearly disaster.
And the way that you coach these things, you want to make sure you have eyes towards the return guy because you want to make sure that the catch is secured. A lot of teams do that. They have at least one guy. Okay, you're responsible for making sure.
Well, this is intercepted. They get Ritter for the 3rd time. Picked off by Kelvin Joseph.
Well, you just kind of feel for him right now. 4 interceptions, and you can almost see through his face mask. There's a lot going on in between the ears.
There certainly is, and probably way too much, because now he's probably doubting himself a little bit, wondering what adjustments he has to make. But here's what he needs to do. Get through this game, go to the press conference, meet it head on, and show your teammates you're ready to shoulder what happened today, and you'll be ready for the next game.
And if he can do that as a rookie, that's a great sign of maturity. Play action. It's Jackson. He's got his man. It's Andrews.
And they're going to get this down to about the 37. Here's 2nd and 5 now from the 37.
They'll send the tight end in motion left. Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Jackson, nowhere to go here. He lost the football. When that ball popped free, we could hear it all the way up here. Those guys down on the field alerting everyone of the fumble. He's lucky that his offensive mates picked him up and jumped on it.
Yeah, and you have to think to yourself, and I'm sure they've been echoing it on the sideline and into the huddle. Guys, we have to...
Back now in Baltimore.
So possession still theirs, but now they face a 3rd down.
It's the Ravens in control of the football. They've also got the lead as we get set for the 4th. And this is caught inside the 5. And all the way in for a Ravens touchdown.
Well, for all the deserved accolades Lamar Jackson gets for his running prowess, his deep ball, it's really a thing to behold as well.
And you think on 3rd down, they'd just be left with something right beyond the sticks. And I think they caught the defense pretty good as a result because they decided they were going to take a shot right there, and it ended up being a big play.
And that wound up traveling at even 58 yards in the air, according to Next Gen Stats.
And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. Now they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial... And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today.
Picked up by Jalen Armour-Davis. And the Ravens are going to take possession of the football.
Well, it's not the first time we've seen him give one up here during his rookie season. And in this case, zone coverage forced the mistake. He's made some strides week to week in how he's handling the different type of coverages that he's seeing. But clearly, there's some growing still to do.
They'll send a receiver in motion left. They go play action with Jackson. He lets this one fly toward the back of the end zone. Got a man, it's caught for a Ravens touchdown.
Nicole Hardman 37 yards. And the Ravens are looking to make it 2 straight as they add on to this fourth quarter lead.
Tucker able to connect on the extra point. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. About set to begin their next drive. The Falcons offense at the line.
Where we stand right now in the fourth quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things with this ball game, but the self-inflicted wounds, they've had several turnovers. You have to think that's going to be something they're going to discuss heavily in the film section in the coming days.
You're absolutely right about that, partner, because they're going to have to sit in that film room and watch every error that they made and figure out how to not do it in the future. And mentally, I think a lot of the guys are already starting to think about, okay, how do we put this behind us and get better for the next time out? This, they'll use as motivation for the rest of the time that they play to hopefully never be in this type of situation again.
The Falcons on 3rd down. They've converted 3 out of 5 thus far. Here it's 3rd and 3. They take a shot downfield now, but it winds up falling incomplete.
Even with such a big lead late, the effort hasn't lost one bit. If the offense wants to score some points in this one, they're going to have to earn it. These guys are not giving up anything.
As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. He's going to have his running back. It's complete. And brought down, but not before reaching the 45-yard line. No reason not to try it there, and they do indeed convert on 4th. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
Oh, I like the calmness of how he played the ball here. No panic in his eyes as that throw arrived. Tracked it from the moment it left the quarterback's hand, and that's just where he needed to be to knock it away.
A quick throw there going to be batted away and incomplete.
And now offensively it's 3rd and 10, and I'm just thinking to myself, actors always say, what's my motivation before a big scene? Right now the play caller's thinking, what have I done before that's worked well that I can go to right now?
Yeah, because they were pretty successful in the first half scoring points. Haven't done anything so far here in the second half. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Bird. And they'll bring him down right at midfield, and he is well short of the first down. Got to try it here. He's back to throw. Eluding the pressure right. And that is caught. He's got his running back downfield.
And he is going to have a Falcons first down as they manage to convert. And that'll keep the drive alive.
And they'll send the slot in motion left.
And they'll let the quarterback keep it here on 1st and 10.
And it looks like he'll be just a yard shy of the 5 here as he's out at the 6. Add the gain here to the previous play, and it's better than 40 yards total.
Well, he is certainly dangerous when he spots a lane, and he keeps it himself there. Worked out well.
And how about the moving parts on a play like this? You know you have to practice it over and over because it's almost like a ballet that has to be choreographed. But how about once he made the decision to go, he committed to it and went. Let's face it, most teams are going to defend the running back much more than the quarterback on that type of a play.
They'll try the action on 1st and goal.
And this is going to result in losing yardage. They're driven back to the 8-yard line. Here's 2nd and 8. Escaping the pressure right. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by Marcus Williams.
And the Ravens are going to take over at their own 13-yard line.
A feather in the cap for the defender, picking off one of the league's better quarterbacks so far this season. And add another feather in the cap for the coaches, too. Excellent game plan, and they had their guys aware of his ability to roll out and how to defend against it.
And here's a good way to kick off a drive, complete over the middle. And he gets this one just shy of the 35 to the 34. A good pickup there, 21 yards. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10.
Off the play fake to Dobbins, here's Jackson. And that is knocked away in the middle of the field and incomplete.
I think it's fairly safe to call this game over, but they're still trying to bomb it downfield and add to their lead. Almost makes you start to feel for the defense and root for them a little bit, too.
They'll bring a receiver in motion left. To throw once more on 2nd and 10. Jackson. Pressure brought in, and the Falcons get there for the sack.
Taken down for the 5th time this game. Multiple defenders there to get him.
This is a little hard for me to compute because I'm watching sack after sack happen, but somehow they're still behind in the game. I would expect all of this defensive pressure to translate to them taking a lead, and thus far, it hasn't happened. Time's winding down. They don't want to waste this type of performance from these ace pass rushers.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw.
And this will be incomplete. Boy, can you believe this? That one probably should have been picked too. Instead, it's 4th down.
The Ravens send their punter out now as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. That's taken on the 25.
A pretty good punt, but a nice 13-yard return. And it will be Falcon football.
About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line.
Probably not much that they can do at this point, CD. Down 3 scores late in the 4th quarter. This is going to...
And my goodness, another interception. Picked off by Marlon Humphrey.
And the Ravens are in great shape here as they take over at their 46-yard line.
They've got good starting field position as they come up here 1st and 10 at their own 46.
They'll start on the ground with Dobbins.
And he's over midfield and into Falcon territory.
46 yards rushing for him now with a couple of touchdown runs to boot.
6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4.
They'll go again with Dobbins. And some solid footwork there as he'll take this down to about the 38.
10 yards there, good enough for a Raven 1st down. Another example of this offense really having their way, Charles, and another big chunk play there on the ground.
Man, when you look at the defense, they've got to do a much better job of wrapping up when they tackle. A lot of great opportunities continue to slip through their fingers, as do the runners.
Troy Anderson, the man on the tackle.
I feel like I could see what he was thinking on that carry. Wanted to follow that big tackle through the hole. Ended up only getting 4 yards on the carry. I think he had designs on that one being bigger.
And despite the late lead, Jackson to throw. He's going to let this go. Back of the end zone. And this is caught. Touchdown, Baltimore.
Mecole Hardman,
34 yards.
And the Ravens extend this 4th quarter lead, and they are getting closer and closer to win number 11.
Tucker with the extra point, and that will increase their lead to 28. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. They're down big here late. I don't know. You just one last drive here for pride.
Some people.
And now here is another interception.
Monte. Oh, they try a lateral on the return, and now the ball's loose. And I think they are going to get this one back. Well, that would have been something. Double turnovers, but instead they'll keep the possession on the INT. Play action. Now Jackson. And this is incomplete with a clock showing just 3 seconds left.
Not only did he have a chance to scan the field there, it felt like he had a chance to scan it twice. The protection was that good. Unfortunately for him, the coverage downfield, equally good.
Off the play fake, here's Jackson. Going to throw deep for the end zone. And it's intercepted at the goal line. And the Falcons come up with a late turnover, but it will probably only matter to the statisticians as this ball game is now officially over.